Good evening. Is this on? Yeah. And welcome to the December 5th council meeting. If you'd please stand, Mayor Pro Tem Howie is going to lead us in the flag salute this evening.
Please join us in saluting our great flag. Ready? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have the Chino Community Chorus with us this evening, led by Dr. Ralph Stanberger. I don't know why I wanted to call you Ralph. Ralph Berger. He was our fireman. And they're going to do some Christmas songs for us this evening. Dr. Berger?
All right, good evening. How are you guys? Good. We have two songs for you this evening. We hope that you will enjoy. And the first one's entitled Can't Wait for Christmas. This next one is a little different style because it's in a 5/4 time signature for music people. Okay? Lubeck had a famous song entitled Take Five. Getting that yet? Anyway, this one is in 5, and it's called On a December Night.
See the candles softly glow with a golden light. See the stockings in a row on a December night. On a December night. Look outside and see the snow, clean and pure and white. Now we'll hang the mistletoe on a December night. On a December night. Trim the tree of evergreen, make it look just right. What a cheerful holiday scene on a December night. Place your presents round the tree, wrap them good and tight. Home is where I want to be on a December night. On a December night. 'Tis the season of good cheer, make the Yuletide bright. Friends have come from far and near on a December night. On a December night. Bells of holly deck the home, what a joyful sight. Singing carols one and all on a December night. Smiling faces everywhere, filled with great delight. Something special in the air on a December night. On a December night. On a December night.
Fantastic. How about one more before you go? Just one more.
Would you like to hear one more? This one's entitled Everywhere Christmas Tonight.
Christmas in lands of the fir tree and pine. Christmas in lands of the palm tree and vine. Christmas where snow peaks stand solemn and white. Christmas where cornfields lie sunny and bright. Everywhere, 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 Christmas tonight. Christmas in hearts of the young and the old. Christmas in hearts of the meek and the bold. Christmas where children are filled with delight. Christmas wherever the wrong is made right. Everywhere, 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 Christmas tonight. Come celebrate Christmas wherever you are tonight. Come celebrate Christmas. Christmas is waiting with arms open wide. Christmas in lands of the fir tree and pine. Christmas in lands
Fantastic.
On behalf of the
Oops.
Chino Valley Community Chorus, we'd like to wish everyone a very blessed holiday season, especially those that are not able to be with their families during this time. So thank you very much. God bless you, and we'll see you next time.
Fantastic job. Thank you all so much for coming down this evening. It's another one of our traditions to have the chorus here on the first meeting in December. So thank you all very much. Bless you all and have a very Merry Christmas. And with that, we will take a short 5-minute recess so that the chorus can leave. Thank you. Okay, we'll reconvene the council meeting. Last month, I attended a very, very special presentation that was done from Chick-fil-A. It impressed me so much, the generousness of Chick-fil-A and how they recognize true heroes within our community, that I thought it was worthwhile having them come this evening so the whole community knows what that was about. So right now, I would like to call up David Dinasan, who is the owner-operator of the Chick-fil-A in Chino Hills.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Can I have the team come up here? Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And for those of you who don't know who they are the Let It Be Foundation, and led by Ruth Rosen up front here, all right? Okay. Come on this way, yeah. So the last few years, Chick-fil-A out of Atlanta, Chick-fil-A Foundation, the Cathy families, started an award ceremony to recognize nonprofits across the country, right? A lot of times nonprofits don't get recognized. And they are the Cathy family, obviously the founder, Truth Cathy, and he's been blessed so much. So all his life he's been giving things away to nonprofits, right? He lived a very full life, and he died about 3 years ago. So the name of the award is called the True Inspiration Award, and there's a short clip I'd like for you to watch that talks about what True Inspiration Award is all about. So basically, that's what True Inspiration Award is all about, recognizing nonprofits that their job is, in a way, even though they are serving the community, are developing youth. Obviously, youth is the generation of the future. I'd like Chris to come out here. Chris, please, could you come out here, please? Chris Burns, Dr. Burns from Boys Republic, all right? So last year, 2016, and in a frenzy, last minute, I recognized that Boys Republic should be nominated. And I called Chris up and said, Chris, we're going to submit an application for you as a nomination for the Boys Republic. And he worked his magic, had to fill all the forms and stuff, and came up as a second place runners-up for the Western region. The first place went to a nonprofit in Colorado. And he was recognized with Boys Republic. We went down to Atlanta, had a great black and white. You went just like a Grammy and recognized Chris and his team, and it was fantastic, right? So this year, the way it worked was kind of unique. Chris got the opportunity to nominate a nonprofit organization, and he nominated the Let It Be Foundation, right? And this is one of those creative things that Chick-fil-A did, and I'll tell you, it's a very, very tough process because you can just imagine the number of nominations that comes across the whole country. There were only 20, I think to this year was 23 awards, right? Out of that, there were 9 special awards, all right? So Ruth and the Let It Be Foundation, right? It's just a fantastic group. The desire to serve, the passion they have, right, just to help families and communities. But in the midst of all that, what they have done is develop an army of youth of about 70 people. And they are the workhorse, the working people that actually moves the foundation. And my hope is that, you know, they'll move on and then pass it on to somebody else and keep moving on. And I told Ruth that, hey, this is probably going to franchise across the country, right? The model, right? It's an amazing model, right? So, and one of the things I'm always reminded of is that greatness, right, is the path of greatness is very, very narrow. But to achieve that, it's actually quite simple. Encouraging others, serving others, and loving others. It's not about the money when you leave, but these are the things that really counts, right? And it's my honor to present the 2018 Emerging Leadership Development Group that won, you know, across the United States. And with that, I'm just honored to present a check of $100,000. Such an amazing group, right? Such an amazing group, right? And Chino Williams should be very, very proud of this group that we have here. I'm very proud of what they've achieved today, right? And Ruth and I and another member of her organization is going down to Atlanta in June, and we're going to celebrate, just like the Grammys, right? Okay, right? And I'll let Ruth say a word or two.
Well, I just want to thank Chick-fil-A, David, on behalf of all of us, and this is just a little snippet of our team. We have an amazing organization, and when I say organization, it means many of you sitting here in the audience who have supported us for the last 11 years. It's a true community foundation, and the incredible part this year is that our families keep growing, applicants keep happening because cancer has not stopped. Kids keep fighting. And we are an event-driven company. The reality is we cannot do any more events. We're tired. And the community doesn't want any more big events. But the kids keep getting sick. So to have this incredible amount of money gifted to us when we as an organization, and some of our board members are right behind me, we need it because we're having an unprecedented amount of applicants, and we just keep growing. Like you said, I try not to think about a nationwide because right now our focus is how do we care for our community, how do we reach all the kids who really need us. So I just want to thank the city, all of the Chino Council, everybody. I have to share a quick story though. Can I share this story of last week? It was pretty funny when it was presented. Okay, your face? Okay. So no, it wasn't, no. So this is real. The week of Thanksgiving, we closed down as an office. It's the only time we closed down. So we have no staff. Our kids are on break, our youth team. And Chick-fil-A calls and says, can you be at Boys Republic? Our Chris did, calls me and said, can you be at Boys Republic on the 20th or 21st? Oh, well, I was going to be on vacation. All right. And so I gathered the kids up who could come, and we showed up. And Eunice came, Mayor Eunice came in, and I had no idea of this. They gave us no clue. And so I can't see the check, keep in mind. So when they presented the check, I'm watching everybody else's face, and I don't know what's on it, but Mayor almost fell out of her chair. She did. And I realized at that point, and I couldn't talk. So it feels like I'm getting it all over again for our organization, and it just feels fantastic. So thank you for supporting the Let It Be Foundation, and just keep supporting us, because we're going to keep being here as long as we keep getting this support, right? Yep. Right. So thank you, Chris, too.
Now you can see why I thought it was important for them to come. Chino is such a special community, and I'm not going to hold it against David that he's in Chino Hills, because he's going to open one in Chino. But the two communities really are one community, even though we're two separate cities. And to reach out for Chris, you know, to reach out and touch Chris's organization, and then for him to reach out and suggest the Let It Be Foundation, and then to sit in this little audience watching this presentation. And I'm used to, you know, a couple $1,000s. When he turned that check around, I couldn't even speak. I was just, I've never seen a donation like this before, and I just thought it was so special. So thank you very much for coming this evening. Thank you, Let It Be, for everything that you do. Chris, thank you for reaching out to them. Thank you all for being here today. You're welcome, David. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's things like that that makes this such a special community. Okay. Next, we have the recognition of the 2017 Sports Legends Award winner. Oh my gosh. This recognition is awarded to an individual who has dedicated a minimum of 5 years as a volunteer to a Chino-based youth sports group. Nominees are considered for their demonstrated leadership, teaching ability, dedication to the youth, sportsmanship, and positive coaching. Our 2017 Sports Legends Award winner is Irene St. Esteban. Will you please come forward, Irene? Irene has been a board member with the Chino American Little League for the past 5 years. Irene began as a co-auxiliary coordinator, then as a uniform coordinator, and later became president. At the start of her presidency, the league was in debt, finances were in disarray, and they had past due invoices for all league vendors. As president, she worked out payment plans with all the vendors, worked with board members to fundraise prior to the season, created online registration and opened it early to start bringing in funds, helped parents with the transition to online registration, worked on the committee to secure a fireworks stand to raise money. By the end of the 2015 season, all vendors were current and the finances were back in the black. That is quite an accomplishment. In 2016, she continued to make improvements to online registration, making it even easier for parents. After learning how the district's new bond measure would affect the league's home at Chino High School, Irene worked with the city officials to relocate the league to Ayala Park. In 2017, Irene continued with her responsibilities on the board and working with the city to plan the construction of the new fields at Ayala Park. She is now entering her 6th year on the board and is the league's treasurer. Chino American feels that her leadership, dedication, and countless volunteer hours make her worthy of this very prestigious award. I want to congratulate Irene with the 2017 Sports Legend Award recipient position and present you with a plaque of congratulations. She is also going to be our Grand Marshal in our parade this year. So Irene, congratulations.
Sure. Can I give that to you? Sure. They warned me that I would probably get the mic, so I prepared something. Thank you, Mayor. I really, really appreciate it. I would be remiss if I did not recognize our board of directors for finding me worthy of nomination. And then a special thank you to Community Services for honoring me with this award. I'm truly humbled. I think it goes without saying, I'm going to get my notes out because I just get so nervous. I think when members of a community volunteer, whether it's a youth sports organization or anywhere else that is in a nonprofit environment, you know, when we come together, move in a singular direction towards common goals, great things happen. It doesn't matter if it's sports, let it be. It doesn't matter if it's, you know, drama, the community theater, whatever it is. When we all move together and go in the same direction, great things can happen, and anything is really possible. 3 years ago, a group of us were able to pull together, and from an operational standpoint, we really truly saved our little league. We were in a real bad way, you know, and we were worried. It wasn't easy. It was a lot of late nights, a lot of what I always call healthy dialogue, a lot of creative thinking, and in the end, you know, we really created a sustainable model for success. We'll continue to leverage our resources and networks to give our kids the best experience we can. From the beginning, I've always said, it doesn't matter if there is $1 left in our account, as long as our kids have a great experience and we can provide the best experience possible for them, that's what matters. I truly believe that the best years at Chino American are still to come. I look forward to our opening day on March 10th at Ayala Park. We're super excited. Everybody that has gone to the field is just blown away. Nobody wants any of the kids to even like step on it. It's just so pristine and beautiful. And so we really look forward to that. And a special thank you again to the city for supporting us in that move. And I'm truly fortunate, and I feel a great sense of pride to represent Chino American Little League as this year's recipient of the Youth Sports Legend Award. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Again, it's what makes our community special. People like Irene, the Let It Go, Let It Be Foundation. All right. And bumbling people who try to speak. Oh, my goodness sakes. Okay, our next recognition. This one's difficult for me to do. This is to recognize our past planning commissioner, Harvey Luth. Harvey, I would like you to come up, please, and bring Stephanie. Harvey, bring Stephanie with you. Bring your wife. Yes, come on, you're part of this. He couldn't have done what he did without you. No, she's going to kill me. You have to. If we didn't have the support of our families, we couldn't do what we're doing. Harvey served on the Chino Planning Commission from November 1st, 2001 to September 6th, 2017. Prior to that, Harvey served on the Chino Community Services Commission from September 1st, 1998 to November 1st, 2001. While on the Planning Commission, Harvey served on the Design Review Board since its beginning in 2004 and served as chair from 2006 to 2007. Harvey also was involved in the General Plan Update, Chino Bike and Pedestrian Master Plan, and the Climate Action Plan. He's a member of Chino Kiwanis, yay, and supports events such as the Run for Us, the Demolition Derby, and the Corn Feed Run. Harvey also acted in the Kiwanis play at the Community Theater for many years, and he's also a recipient of the Edwin Rhodes Community Service Award. We are going to miss Harvey a lot. He was a very, very thoughtful member of the Planning Commission for years, and our plaque to him reads, the coveted Chino tile plaque, by the way, reads, the Chino City Council, on behalf of the citizens of Chino, wish to express their appreciation for your 19 years of dedicated service to the city of Chino and its residents, from September 28th, 1998 to September 7th, 2017. I cannot thank you enough for all of your services, and Stephanie, thank you so much for supporting him all of these years. I know it hasn't been easy. Harvey, would you like to say a few words?
Okay. Wow, 19 years, man. Yeah. There's a lot of people to thank. What got me started was Kiwanis, and I got exposed to some people, met some really good people, and they kind of mentored me, showed me the way. And when I got to the Planning Commission, we have a lot of great staff. And they spent a lot of time teaching and helping me, Chuck Cope, Brent Arnold in particular, then Nick, Chris, Warren, and all the staff. Angela keeping us straight on all the things she needs to keep us straight on. Rosa always keeping us informed, keeping us aware of where we need to be and when. And so there's a lot of people I need to thank for this. Need to thank council, thank you for first appointing me, for the council for supporting me, and previous Mayor Yates and Councilman Duncan for supporting me as a commissioner. I came in here with no real experience, and you took a chance. I appreciate that. And for all the years of allowing me to continue to serve, I'm going to miss it a lot, but I've met some really good people over at the fire board. We've got some good people there, some great staff there too. It really does. Staff, leadership, it all comes together when you've got a good team. It's a whole lot easier. So thank you very much.
Well, we haven't totally lost him from Chino. He obviously is still a resident, but now he's on the Chino Fire Board. So he'll be looking out for our interests with the fire district. So Harvey, we are going to miss you on the Planning Commission. You have been an absolutely great addition to our community. Thank you very much. And he's right about staff. Staff is great. They're very, very supportive. And along with American Little League, we couldn't have relocated that team in that kind of time if it hadn't been for our terrific staff. So thanks to them also. Now, next, we have the Mayor's Home Beautification Award for December 2017. And the winner for this month is Viviando and Linda Del Villar. Would you please come up? There's a picture of their beautiful home on the screen. I love the front porch. I love front porches. And I'd like to present you with the Home Beautification Award certificate, thanking you for all of your efforts in creating this absolutely phenomenal home. Here is a picture of your home for you to frame and put on your wall. We also have a certificate from Kurt Hagman, Supervisor Hagman's office for you. Something else. We have 2 pens, Chino pens for you. That's so you can write checks to your landscape people. And we have... My landscaper, my husband. Oh, all right. Well, then, see? And then we have 2 city pens for you. And last but not least, we have the coveted yard sign. To tell all of your neighbors that you won the December award. Now, your husband does all the work?
My husband and I, we're a team. So yes, we do the work, and we are very, very proud of our house.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. This was really a surprise for us, unexpected. It's a real honor to have it. We've been part of Chino since 2010, and we've been enjoying being part of that community. I'm just going to end by saying a couple things, and one of them is, it's only one chance to create or to give first good impression, and that start in your family, your home, and the community. And I'm really proud to be part of this community. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Very much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. What a great night. I love Christmas music. Okay, with that, we will go on to public communication. This is the time and the place for the general public to address the council on issues that are not on the agenda. First, we have a request from our own Chief Karen Comstock to lead us in an invocation. So all those that would like to join us, please stand.
Thank you, Mayor. Ladies and gentlemen, let's pray. Our gracious Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for the many blessings that you have bestowed upon us here this evening. And as evidenced here tonight, we live in a wonderful community. We're getting ready to enter, Lord, one of the most sacred portions of our calendar year, the birth of your Son. And may we take this time to remember the blessings that you've bestowed upon us, as evidenced here tonight by our community choir, the community members that are here tonight, the members of the Let It Be Foundation, and businesses that are here, that we live in just such a phenomenal city, and we're so grateful for all the blessings that you've provided to us. And Lord, may we also take this time as we enter this season to remember what it's for, that you may bestow upon our hearts just pure grace and peace, and that we may love each other during this time called Christmas. And Lord, and finally, we ask for you that you will bestow tonight wisdom upon this council as they make the decisions to help strengthen this great community. We pray all these things in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Chief. Now we have a couple of written requests to speak. First is Mr. Chris Burns from Boys Republic. Chris gets a hand.
There we go. I'll be quick. The boys and girls at Boys and Girls Republic have been very busy the last few weeks. We're in our 94th year of wreath production, and as part of that tradition, we always like to bring one to you at the council. So this is just a gift from the students of Boys and Girls Republic. Just wanted to say thank you for all that you do to support us in this community.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. Next is Jeff Jelliker. And I think I said it right this time. Yes. I did.
This puts me on the unusual side of the microphone. Jeff Jolliker, I live at 13244 Pipeline, next to the development on Pipeline in Chino Avenue. And I'd like to, as representing most of the residents in that area, we'd like to thank the staff and working with Nick that they have not thrown us out of their office for the last 3 years with technical issues to try to put together to present to the City Council so that you can honestly look at the problems at the Pipeline in Chino corner. It's a very difficult corner. It doesn't fit into the normal box for an area. And we've gone around and around with the staff with interesting discussions back and forth. And it's nice to work with a professional group who listens and tries to work it out to present to the council the proper information so you can make a valid decision on the very tough areas. So we'll say thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Jeff. And next is Jason Zara from the Chino Valley Chamber of Commerce. You filled out a slip this time.
Yes, I did, Mayor. Thank you. So I appreciate you having that event an hour early to make sure I was here on time. That worked out nicely for me. So thank you for the opportunity. Unfortunately, I'm technically no longer a resident of Chino. I'm afraid I had to buy in Fontana when we finally found the house we could afford. But I'm still here every day, still representing the Chino Valley, so still love this community. But I just wanted to come up and say that we have 5 tickets left for our holiday luncheon on Thursday. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody there. If anyone has not yet gotten their ticket, it's going to be a great event, a lot of fun. I know there's a lot of things going on over the holidays, and we're very, very busy. I think someone told me they have 5 events just on Thursday alone, and I believe it. But we're also not throwing in the towel quite yet and just giving ourselves over to the cookies and the holiday season. We're still working very hard. Our board had a strategic planning session last week, and we've got a lot of great ideas that are coming out of it that we're still developing, but we're looking forward to a really exciting 2018. We're going to launch a new education series to really help better the business community, and we look forward to continuing to work with the city. So thank you all for your hard work and your support of the Chamber. Have a great holiday season.
Those are all the written requests that I have to speak. Is there anyone else in the audience that would like to address the council on an issue that's not on the agenda? Okay, there are no more requests to speak. So we have a tradition here, and that is we have some teachers in our community for the high schools that have a requirement of their classes that they come and attend a city council meeting. So we want to make sure that these kids are on record and teachers know they really did attend. So we require all the students in the audience to come forward and give us your name, the class that you're taking, then the name of your teacher, and the school you're attending. So, gentlemen, come on. No, you can't run out the door. We have policemen in the office. Come on. We won't bite. Come on. Line up. Come on. Line up. And there's one brave girl.
Do I start?
Yeah,
Okay.
Go ahead.
My name is Brian Gonzalez. I'm a high school senior at Don Lugo, and I'm doing this city council meeting for government.
And your teacher?
Chuck Pope.
Thank you.
My name is Alvin Lopez. I attend Don Lugo. I am a senior there, and the class I am taking is economics for Mr. Beloso's class.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Elias from Don Antonio Lugo High School. I'm a senior, and I am attending a city council meeting on behalf of a report of Mr. Beloso of an economics class.
Okay, you made it.
Hello, my name is Marcos Vega. I'm currently attending Don Lugo High. My teacher is Mr. Pope, and I'm doing this for government.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Robert Lopez, and I'm from Don Lugo, and I'm a senior as well. And then I'm here for econ for Mr. Beloso.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Noah Slack. I'm a senior at Don Lugo. I'm attending this city council meeting for my economics class with Mr. Beloso.
Hi, my name is David Aguilar. I'm a senior at Don Lugo, and I'm here for my economics class for Mr. Beloso.
Thank you.
I'm Miranda Barrientos. I go to Ayala High School, and I'm here for my government class with Mr. Allen.
Welcome.
I'm Samantha Barrientos. I'm a senior at Ayala, and I'm in government with Mr. Allen.
Thank you.
My name is Robert Georgiandi, and I'm from Ayala High School for a government project for Mr. Allen.
Great.
Hi, my name is Cheyenne Fox. I'm actually a senior at Diamond Bar High School, and and I'm here for my civics class with Mr. Zylstra.
Well, thank you.
My name is Robert Fritz. I'm here from Diamond Bar High School, and I'm also here for Mr. Zylstra's class.
Thank you. Interesting, we have out of the city kids. Thank you very much for coming this evening. Okay, next item on the agenda is a consent calendar. These items will be taken in all one action unless a council member wishes to have an item pulled. If not, a motion would be appropriate. Okay, there's a motion from Councilman Elrod, second from Mayor Pro Tem Howie. And the item passes unanimously. Okay, under continued new business, number 15, adoption of a resolution of denial for PL 15-0389, site approval, and PL 15-0390, special conditional use permit. Our staff report this evening will be provided by our Director of Community Development, Mr. Nick Ligori.
Thank you, Madam Mayor and members of the City Council. At your last regular meeting, the City Council heard an application of appeal of the Planning Commission's denial of a proposed commercial development at the corner of Pipeline and Chino Avenues. The item before you tonight is a recitation of the council's findings in the denial action that they took, and so it is merely a formalization of the council's action to deny the appeal at their previous meeting. I'm available for any questions.
Okay, this is not a public hearing item, but is there anyone in the audience that would like to ask any questions? Okay, seeing none. Any questions of staff from council members? Okay, then I'll entertain a motion. Motion from Mayor Pro Tem Howie, second from Mr. Elrod. Gary? The item passes unanimously. Okay. Next, under new business, item number 16, approve a contract with the law firm of Myers, Nov, Riback, Silver, and Wilson. Our staff report this evening will be provided by our Director of Human Resources Risk Management, Mr. Anthony Arroyo.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Good evening, Council. The report presented to you this evening is seeking your approval to approve an agreement between the City of Chino and the law firm of Myers Nov and to appropriate an additional $225,000 to the liability account. This increase is sought due to continued litigation between the City and Chino MHC LLP. This case has been going on for some time and was being overseen by Jimmy Gutierrez, the city's former city attorney. Given Mr. Gutierrez's retirement, it was decided to contract directly with Myers Nave. The case is already in pretrial phase, and our lead attorney with Myers Nave anticipates the trial will start later this month or early next year. The additional $225,000 being sought will be added to the current human resources budget, which will provide sufficient funds to cover the cost of the trial. This concludes my presentation, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to address the council? Seeing none. Questions of staff? Comments from council members? Then I'll entertain a motion. The item has been moved by Councilman George, second by Mayor Pro Tem Howie. And the item passes unanimously. Item number 17, approval of contract 800 megahertz radio agreement with San Bernardino County. Our staff report will be provided by David Maccabee, our Public Works Services Manager.
Get this. There we go. Good evening, Mayor and members of City Council. All agencies in San Bernardino County utilize the county's 800 megahertz radio system for interagency emergency communications. Additionally, cities use this system for communications to all police vehicles, city vehicles, and field personnel. On January 15th, 2013, the City Council entered into a contract with the county for the 800 megahertz system. The term of the contract was for a period of 5 years, which expires on December 31st, 2017. On November 17th, 2017, the city received the county's new 5-year agreement for this radio service. The new annual subscription fee for these services for the City of Chino will be $327,543.36. Therefore, staff recommends approving this contract with San Bernardino County. That concludes my report, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have on this item.
Thank you, David. Anyone in the audience have any questions of staff? Any questions from council members or comments? Good heavens. Very quiet night. And we think our cell phone bill is high. Yeah. Okay, I'll entertain a motion. It's been moved by Councilman George, second from Councilman Elrod. And the item passes unanimously. Oh, my goodness. Okay. That's all our official business. Next item on the agenda is mayor and council reports. First, I would like to give one last reminder to please mark your calendars for our annual Chino Youth Christmas Parade and Fair on Saturday, December 9th. The parade starts at 9 o'clock on the corner of Riverside Drive and Monte Vista Avenue, heads east on Riverside Drive, south on Central Avenue, and ends at Chino Avenue. The fair runs from 9 to 2 in the Senior Center and Library parking lots, with the carnival happening at the Civic Center from 9 to 2. Also, we'll have Santa's Village at the Chino Youth Museum, also from 9 to 2. For more information, please call 909-334-3258. For all of our parents, please make note that our 2017 winter camp begins on December 20th and ends on January 5th at Monte Vista Park from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. This will afford every family a great opportunity to provide our youth a fun and safe environment through the winter break. Weekly and daily costs will range dependent upon if a family resides in Chino. For further information on cost and program details, please call 909-334-3258. And lastly, sadly, we will be adjourning tonight's meeting in the memory of former Police Chief Frank Meehan, who passed away Thanksgiving Day at the age of 89. A World War II veteran, Chief Meehan came to the city of Chino after obtaining the rank of lieutenant for the West Covina Police Department. During his 8-year tenure with the Chino Police Department, Chief Meehan helped Chino PD expand, modernize, and build community relations. Beyond serving on a number of law enforcement committees and writing Chino Champion columns on the police subjects, Chief Meehan also taught political science at Chaffey College and worked to expand Chino PD's relationship with our local schools. After achieving multiple goals and moving the department forward, Chief Meehan went on to serve as chief in other organizations, including Redondo Beach and El Segundo. Chief Meehan is survived by his wife of 68 years, Marie, as well as his children, Lisa, Sean, and Joe, 4 grandchildren and 1 great-grandchild. He will be missed. Now, for things that I attended on Tuesday, November 28th, we had a meeting with, staff and I had a meeting with Assemblyman Freddie Rodriguez regarding the state of California's plans to expand and build a new mental hospital at CIM and Chino's opposition to this proposed project. On Thursday the 30th, I attended an active shooter training exercise by the Chino Fire Department, Chino Police Department, and San Bernardino County Sheriff Department. There were about 150 people there with the volunteers that acted as victims along with the first responders. It was very, very impressive, and it's nice to know, it's very secure to know that our first responders are going to be very well trained in the event that we do ever have one of these disasters, and I sure pray that we don't, but we need to be prepared in case. On Monday, December 4th, yesterday, I attended Kurt Powell's goodbye reception for the City Council. Give us an opportunity to thank him for his 23 years service to our community. He is really going to be missed. Absolutely fantastic employee. But his passion is to build and restore antique cars and older vehicles, and so he's going to be able to do what he really loves. We're going to miss him, but at least he's going to be enjoying his retirement. And next, Mayor Pro Tem Howie, your report, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, good evening, everybody. First of all, I attended the YMCA's 5K, 10K, the Reindeer Romp last Saturday. And on my way, I'd parked in the old parking lot south of Yellow Park, and I was walking, and I walked by, and I went, wow, that looks like Little League fields. And I walked by the old baseball field, which is now going to be Chino American's Little League field. I thought I was walking by Dodger Stadium. It looked absolutely fantastic. I was like, wow, I wish I was coaching again. It was absolutely fantastic. I think Chino American is going to be very, very excited to be playing there at the park. And I think after playing at Chino High for I don't know how many years, I know the league's been around about 60 years. I think that's going to be a great facilities for them to be using. And of course, then over at the Reindeer Romp, they had about 700 people this year. I mean, in 6 years, the romp has really grown. And when you go to that particular event, you should see some of the walk runners, some of the costumes they wear for the Christmas costumes. There are some really unique individuals that come out for that. It was really a lot of fun. It's just you just kind of shake your head and laugh at some of the costumes out there. But that they expanded the 5K. They had a 10K this year, and so that's been a growing event. Part of the three events in Chino, the Reindeer Romp, and then they have the Russ Miller Run, and then the last one I think is the Chamber Dairy Air 5, the Youth Museum. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate that. And so those, if you want to compete in all 3 of those, I think you get a medal, a special medal if you compete in all 3 of those. And that runs from December to about April, so that gives you time to train for that. So those 2 events, and then I attended a Chino DeSalter Authority Finance meeting on yesterday, and then the active shooter training that Eunice already mentioned. That was pretty interesting because you know it's not real, But the volunteers, they put all the makeup on, and the police come running in, and you not with real guns, but with blanks, but just the adrenaline you can feel, and it's not even real, but you can feel the people. They get very, very excited and very emotional, and it's excellent training. It's too bad we have to have that kind of training, but it's really good training that we have, and our PD does a great job being prepared for just about every contingency. So with that, that's all I've got. Thank you.
Uniquely also is, we always speak about the unique relationship between the fire department and the PD, but to have a training like this and have those two organizations plus the sheriff's department, everyone cooperating and lessons learned, it's just invaluable to our community.
Absolutely.
It truly is. Councilmember Elrod.
Yes, Madam Mayor. I just want to remind everybody that Saturday's the big day. Come on down and watch the parade. Tom always has his way of sitting down pat. So. I did want to bring up Christmas shopping and things like that in Chino. You got to watch your back. Don't leave your purse on the front seat of your car while you run inside. Little things like that. If you have more to add, I'd appreciate it, Chief. But I know that we've had some problems now, and you just have to be aware. Yeah. So take care when you shop, and have a great Christmas.
Yeah. Don't leave purses in carts. Don't leave things unlocked. Don't leave things in view.
Kids in the trunk.
Kids in the trunk. Only Earl would think of that. I swear. It drives me nuts. Councilman George, your report plus you have item number 18.
Okay, regarding item number 18, Community Support Fund. As part of the Community Support Program, I hope the council supports the Hope Family Resource Center, the event that they're having, and I believe the event is tomorrow at Walmart in conjunction with the fire department and the school district. So anyway, I appreciate your support on that for the $250.
Okay, there's a motion from Mayor Pro Tem Howie, a second from myself. Please vote. Gary, you have to vote.
Dang. Finger's not working tonight. There we go.
Item passes unanimously. Your report, sir.
Okay, thank you. On the 27th, I attended a League of California Cities meeting. On the 2nd, the YMCA Reindeer Romp. And Tom was right. There were some very interesting runners that day. I mean, I even got to talk to Santa, and for some reason, he wanted to give me a lump of coal.
I know why.
But one of the runners, if you're familiar with the Blue Man Group,
yes,
this person was dressed as like the red version of the Blue Man Group. Very weird costume. I don't know how he did in the event, but he probably just kept right on running. I don't know. And then on the 4th, I attended Kurt Powell's retirement. And then later on the 4th, I was you go from that event to the very informative Planning Commission meeting, and that was a lot of fun. So that's it. Thank you.
Okay, Councilman Rodriguez.
Okay, thank you. On November 22nd, I attended the Rotary holiday luncheon, which was very nice for me because I was able to meet old friends I hadn't seen for quite a long time. On December 2nd, I also attended the YMCA 6th Annual Reindeer Romp. While there, I did bump into my colleague, Councilman Gary George. But I went ahead and walked around, and I met with several different groups there. The first one was the Chino Youth Museum volunteers that really gave me a better understanding of how they work on showing off the history of Chino and how it was developed and how the many different people and cultural backgrounds contributed to the building and history of Chino. Another group I met with was the Rise Up from Adversity, which is a nonprofit organization dedicated to spreading awareness about human trafficking, educating the public about the issues of human trafficking, and disseminating information about community resources. It's a very good organization. I really enjoyed what they expressed to me. I also, lastly, the next group I met with was Reach for Mental Health Awareness, which was very interesting because there's a big desire for this organization to not only work locally with our community, but also with a global sense of eliminating discrimination or stigmatization of individuals who suffer from mental health conditions, which really pushes the idea of teenagers and adolescents who commit suicide from the idea of bullying and so forth. There's also an awareness that this group is pushing for discrimination, against discrimination of all groups, especially those that are homeless and children that go away, that are missing in our society. And there's quite a few individuals that are missing in our society, not only locally, but also nationally and globally. One emphasis that they really also made me aware was that it's an honor to be an American all the time, not just part of the time. And we must value the cultural backgrounds and contributions of all individuals, no matter who they are, not part of the time, but all the time. So this concludes my report. Thank you.
Before I ask Mr. Ballantyne for his report, I forgot. The Chino Valley Community Chorus is going to have a presentation on Monday, December 18th at 7 o'clock at Cross Point Church Student Center, located at 6950 Edison Avenue in Chino. They're calling it an Evening in December, and it's a Christmas program, Christmas musical program. Mr. Ballantyne.
Thank you. The only thing I wanted to mention is I wanted to congratulate the Don Lugo football team, varsity football team. They made it to the championship. And even though they came up a little short, certainly I want to congratulate them on their sportsmanship. Also the community. I actually had a tough time trying to get into the game because there were so many seats sold that they actually sold out. But the community rallied around them, and hopefully we're going to be able to get the whole football team here in January to recognize them. So
yeah.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Mr. Galante. Chief Comstock, do you have words of wisdom for us?
Councilman Allard, I think you bring up fantastic points. Certainly during the holiday shopping season, you use the term, hey, we got to watch our back, but one of the terms I like to use is just being situationally aware of your surroundings. And we want you to shop. We particularly want you to shop in Chino. We want you to come to our local stores and spend generously. But when you're in these stores shopping, it's very, very important to pay attention to your surroundings. You're going to be busy. Pay attention to your wallets. Don't fall victim to shoulder tap operations where you're distracted, where you're leaving your purse. Your packages, certainly walking out to parking lots if you're loading up your car, don't turn your back on packages or valuables left inside shopping carts, as well as having your packages delivered. I personally have been the victim of porch pirate package theft. Dr. Rodriguez, I know you have been as well. Please, if you can, send your packages to a location where they can be received and secured. If you're receiving your packages through a company called Amazon, Amazon offers lockers now for you to receive your packages in a secure manner. Receive them at a UPS drop zone or some other place where they can be secured and not left for what we call predators to come by and pick up your packages, all your Christmas gifts you've ordered, and remove them from your front porch. And certainly, last but not least, you talk about your cars, Councilman. It's important. Don't leave packages. Don't leave valuable items in your car. We have opportunists. These are opportunists waiting to come through parking lots, look inside your car. They see your packages there. Don't leave them, not just in our shopping centers, but certainly in your driveway or at home at night. Do not leave those valuables in your car. That's unfortunately in today's day and age, some people's full-time job is going to cars, pulling the door handles if they can't get inside of them. They see something valuable, they will smash the window to get to them and make off with your valuables. It seems like each year we have some family member who's gotten all their packages stolen from some family, and it makes it for a tough Christmas. Fortunately, we have a great community. A lot of times we're able to rally and get gifts for those people when it does happen. But the biggest thing you can do is just not put yourself in a position where you would be victimized by an opportunist. Is there any questions I can answer for some of you?
No, but one thing I would like you to bring up also is being very careful with social media.
Oh, absolutely.
Don't tell people that you're out of town. Don't tell people that you're gone for the evening and take pictures and post them, because you're inviting someone to break into your home.
It really is. It's not hard on today's social media feed to, we're only a couple of degrees removed from everyone, unfortunately. And if you are going to be out of town, contact the Chino Police Department. Let us know. We'd be happy to provide some extra patrol to your location. And, let a trusted neighbor know to keep an eye out in the house. The best way to keep, burglars out of your home is for all of us as neighbors to know who belongs in our neighborhoods at what time. So knowing your neighbors, having a trusted neighbor keep an eye on your house, and certainly notifying the police department for some extra patrol, because we're happy to provide it.
Thank you, Chief.
I wanted to add that since the porch pirates hit my home, I've added more cameras outside.
Okay.
So
Very good.
don't mess with my home.
Yes. Yeah.
It does work.
Yeah. It does work, and the other thing, we did post that we have actually, we have some trackers, we have bait packages out there. So for those thieves that are in Chino, they're out there, they're strategically placed, and the minute those packages get on the move, so do my police officers and so do my detectives. Cool. So, beware for our thieves who are in the community. I would opt for you to go, seek victims in a different community so that we can keep Chino safe.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chief.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Chief Shackelford. No report. No report. Okay. With that, then, we will adjourn to our next regular meeting, which will be held on Tuesday, December 19th at 7 o'clock, with closed session at 6 o'clock if needed.